Hi everyone and welcome to May's 1 Plus 1. We want to introduce to you today a song called Holy Spirit, Living Breath of God. We've been doing it on the road and combining it with Gabriel's Oboe from the Mission by Morricone. But it's also the final song that Stuart Hammond and I wrote back in 2005 for our collection of hymns in the Apostles' Creed. And it was taking the theme of the Holy Spirit, and we decided to go for a song of devotional response at the end of a service. Many of the songs from the Apostles' Creed were great statements of adoration or creedal statements of what we believe or what God does or has done. And this song we decided to make it as a devotional prayer. And it really took it in three verses. The first verse is a prayer for how the Spirit works inwardly in our lives. The second verse is for how the Spirit works outwardly in the fruits of the Spirit and how they're seen. And the third verse is a prayer for the world. But as the song moves towards the end, we were struck that in the Bible, the Holy Spirit, while it equips and empowers, often in spectacular ways, but usually in quite understated ways, that the Holy Spirit's work is to make each one of us more like Christ, and so make us more humble as we go along. So we use a kind of a musical technique in verse 3, where verse 1 was soft, verse 2 was a little more, and verse 3 was a little more. So it's a Holy Spirit from creation's birth, giving life to all that God has made. Show your power once again on earth, 'cause your church don't go for your ways. Let the fragrance of our praise arise. Then somebody dies. Lead us on the road of sacrifice, that in unity the face of Christ may be here for all the world to see. The music itself was inspired by my love for Bach chorales. Bach, of course, was probably the greatest composer of all time. And while not all of us can have Bach's talent, what made his music so effective for church and still used in so many different church contexts and in so many languages is that he wrote each Sunday for the service. He wrote for what was being preached on. He wrote for what Sunday it was in the Lutheran church's year, and spent his whole life continually devoting himself to that. And so, if you're an aspiring writer, if you're an aspiring inspirer of writers, do encourage people to do that, because it gives them ongoing usefulness as the years go on, and then we can continue to develop that in our churches.